100 times to nuke their neighbors, but my friend, what I'm saying is that Iranians, as much as we dislike their leadership and think they're terrorist scum, they are also rational. They want to stay in power. They don't want mutually assured destruction. They couldn't even, I mean, they know the consequences, the immediate consequences of ever actually launching a nuclear weapon, or even the thought of like, hey, they're about to do this. Even what I'm saying, North Korea, which has threatened to wipe off their neighbors, and the U.S. never.
Pause. Because I start listening to you say Israel isn't ready for it.
Yeah.
Which ones are you referring to?
In the 70s,
Oh, that's just good.
they threatened to nuke
Mauser,
Taiwan in
she's
the
good.
70s.
She's good.
In 1973,
Mauser,
during
she's
the Yom
good.
Kippur War, Israel reportedly put nuclear forces on alert as a deterrent when facing setbacks against Egypt and Syria, though no public threat was issued.
Yeah, of course, not publicly, but go look at the.
Prepared their nuclear defense systems because they were at war with their neighbors who were trying to wipe them off the map. And they didn't make a public threat. They just put their nuclear systems on alert in case they had to be used because to protect the nation from obliteration, which you already admitted was the goal of the neighbors.
No, I didn't admit that.
You said that Iran. So you don't think that Egypt and Syria want to wipe them off the map, but you think Iran does want to wipe them off the map?
No. Okay, so you gotta understand.
We told you
when I
this.
say
But let me also do this, because they love.
wipe them off the map. Of completely 100% sure
But they're
they
not
would
going to
love.
actually do it.
Wait. Exactly. There's a reality
Based on what?
where they would love a reality where Israel, based on the fact that Israel is the strongest superpower in the region. Nuclear weapons. Wait. With the nuclear weapons, it's not about just being afraid. It's about being pragmatic and logical here.
So they
Let's
don't
be
want
honest.
to get
We're going
rid
up
of
against
themselves.
not only that, yes, the whole. I mean, Israel is a superpower of the region. They have nukes, and then their ally is the strongest country on this earth.
No, there's
That
some
is
stuff.
no
So,
nations waging war against them.
The Muslim
can
nations
you
are
remove
using
Republican
Israel
comedy just
as a
because I
way
don't,
to
we're talking about something I don't want to be.
case, I believe, to leverage certain things from the West, whether it's part of the nuclear program or just to gain some influence in this region, a Shia influence, an Iranian influence. And the other countries wanna, in the past, before Israel had these nuclear weapons and all this stuff, they thought we can do this through conventional warfare. And now, the Arab countries have just settled on, let's just go for a two-state solution. They're not trying to wipe Israel off the map. They know that's not going to happen.
Can I also just add quickly that based on this logic, like if you look at Turkey, for example, they also, the officials and the Turkish president, they use a similar rhetoric. They will go around saying, we're going to destroy Israel, like we're going to destroy the Zionist regime. But look at them, they're still trading with Israel and they're pragmatic in their actual politics. So I think it's just rhetoric rather than like an actual like concrete policy objective.
And drones that have fallen on my hand is also part of the rhetoric, right?
It's not the Jews they want to wipe out, it's the Zionists.
67, Israel assembled for the first time 2 or 3 rudimentary nuclear weapons explosives, and the Israeli military and government drove a plan to detonate the nukes in the Egyptian desert in a massive demonstration of Israeli power. It never went through with it. Operations called Ship Shot was intended as a last result. As it happened, Israel destroyed the Air Force in 3 hours.
You
But
are
these guys are not.
to
I
me.
mean, Israel's been very clear. If you actually threaten our existence in a real way, if we feel like you're gonna fucking come in, we're gonna nuke the fuck out of you. And if you actually succeed, we'll nuke ourselves too. Fuck it.
Well, what's wrong with that? That is defense. And it's
I'm not saying anything's wrong with it. I'm not saying anything's wrong.
The mental gymnastics is insane.
No, I'm just saying you're not affording Iran the same thing. And so that's where you're not being.
It's fucking wrong.
It might not be
I agree.
a bit larger.
We have to afford them a fucking thing. What does the Iranian regime afford to the
Like
Iranian
we're
regime?
struggling to understand the
Narrative falls apart because you say we have to do this. Listen, you're
follow his logic.
You're whole narrative hinges on this is an existential threat for Israel. If these guys get a nuclear weapon, they might wipe us off the map. Right?
They might try.
Yeah.
Right.
That falls
That's
apart.
That's the problem. We don't want them to try.
You think Israel's goal is to wipe Iran off the map?
Israel's goal is to make sure, just like every other country around it, that they're never going to be as strong as Israel or have a nuclear weapon.
No, that's
What?
not.
And how does that answer my question? Is Israel's goal to wipe Iran off the map?
When we say wipe off the map, can we be more specific?
Sure, like kill everybody there and make the country not exist anymore.
Make the country not exist anymore, maybe, but not wipe everyone there.
You think that Israel wants to make the country of Iran no longer exist?
Israel would go that far if they have to. They have protection.
This is the definition.
There is no plan.
We don't want this regime in power, yeah.
That's not the country. The Iranian people also don't want the Iranian regime in power. A lot of Iranians, I mean,
I
who wants
agree,
the
actually,
Iranian?
yeah.
So then what are you defending them for?
Defending the fact. Maybe they're a piece of shit and they treat their people like shit.
מעניין,
All a bunch of shit.
השאלות המרכזיות שאתם
That
מפנים
having a
אליי.
nuclear weapon isn't an existential threat for Israel, it simply is.
Well, that's retarded.
It could liberate the people.
It's not. They're never gonna use it, so who knows? North Korea attacks people. North Korea has nukes and
North Korea
נשתדל לעשות את זה באופן יומיומי, לא מתחייב,
South Korea
אבל
and the United States.
הכי טובים שאפשר. אז קודם כל השאלה הראשונה שמגיעה,
If we had the power to remove the obstruction from North Korea,
מה עכשיו?
we would do that. We just don't have the situation.
Recently, even Russia.
It's not just that, guys. It's not just that. There's a humanitarian crisis in North Korea that the world does not want to deal with. They can't, you know, if they were wiped out, the world would be dealing with millions of people they had to bring into their country. We got North Koreans are standing like crazy. So it's a different situation with the Iranians than North
No,
Koreans.
but even Russia recently has started to pull the nuclear threat. It's not really the same situation and they're just pulling them. So, yeah.
Yo, boy, instead of talking shit, come on up, bro.
Can you just bring General? He said he's been trying to get up.
That boy's been down there talking trash, but he has no balls to come up, actually.
Sorry, I didn't see. Sorry, General, I didn't see. I'm literally cooking. Literally thick. It's fine, I'll keep an eye.
Whereas a local says if I had a gun, I would shoot everybody. That's crazy. I already have a gun, and I don't shoot everybody. So. How many guns you have? What's that? What's that? Colt AR-15A2. That's my favorite. I have two. My favorite is my Ruger 22. Your Ruger 22? Yeah, Garmin's. Yeah, that's cool, but I just don't like that center fire cartridge, you know, sometimes it. Yeah, jackrabbits will come out and steal the deer center. The jackrabbits instead of greeting them as a deer because it's like seemed to.
Nobody heard about it because that doesn't exist.
But the
is all fucking shit, man. Stop being that's it. Stop that influence. It's just a joke.
I'm also your my grandson. I know you're my grandson.
Iran is a beautiful country. Iran is good country. Iran is a good country.
Tunisia shit over. Tunisia shit over. Tunisia shit Yeah, Muhammad was a gay. Muhammad was a gay.
Okay, let's calm down. We're not in the Middle East right now. We can calm down. Everybody go eat some hummus. Go eat some falafel. Calm down a little bit, okay? And we'll speak like civilized people here. Let's go. So this guy at the bottom. You're right. We're Middle Eastern. We're not very civilized. It's okay, but we can try to be. We can try to be. We're not at the shuk right now. We're not at the market. We don't need to scream at each other. It's okay. Let's see here. Who's this guy? Who's this guy? KMA Rat. Is this guy a Khomeini supporter? He loves Khomeini. He loves Hamas.
Yeah, I think yeah. Yeah, this guy gave also. This guy gave also. Like Muhammad. He's a gay also like Muhammad.
Iran is good country.
He's a gay also like Muhammad. He's a gay like Muhammad.
Wait.
Iran.
Let's hear from him, and then we can each attack him individually.
Scream upon calling all the streets, you know. That's what they do early in the morning during Fazar and all.
I'm not gonna answer a question unless you come up, bro. I'm not gonna.
So you guys are with which faction? Israel?
I want to go Israel.
Okay. So how exactly did you get the line and stand on to lecture Iran about funding terrorism? Considering you guys are currently funding ISIS gangs, Al-Qaeda, who involved in the training and arming of the Mujahideen, Rouhani's regime in Syria with Hayat al-Sham, and basically every Islamist extremist group in the region.
He does have a point with Mujahideen. He really did have.
You also
They wanted a weapon back. They were like, what weapon does?
Trump said it was Turkey that did it.
No, but it wasn't. They did it in collaboration with Israel.
So, General,
They did a collaboration project?
What our government does?
No, I'm asking.
Oh my god, can you imagine Israel actually looking out for its own self-interest? Oy vey!
No, that's not the issue. The issue is.
What is the issue?
You were talking earlier. All of
You're
you.
giving me too much love.
Yeah, you were talking earlier, all of you, about how Iran is a pariah state, namely because they're terrorists and blah 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 blah. But the factions, those people on the stage seem to support Israel, Saudi/Turkey, are all far bigger funders of terrorism, far more directly involved.
Bigger? How much bigger? Like 10% bigger? 100% bigger? 300% bigger? How much bigger?
Funding ISIS bigger, funding Al-Qaeda bigger, funding the worst extremist groups bigger.
How big? How big is it?
I can't.
He said the word pariah. Nobody say that.
Well, you guys are pointing out the big issue with Iran was that they are a terrorist state, blah 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 blah. But if we're being honest, Iran didn't fund ISIS. Israel, Turkey, Saudi Arabia did.
Is that honest? Is that what honesty is?
Saudi Arabia did. Iran doesn't fund every regime that wants to genocide Christians, Alawites, and all these groups. All Israel, Turkey, and Saudi Arabia.
They don't fund every regime.
You know, Turkey, Syria, do what?
I missed the point of the point. What you
Sectarian, extremist, terroristic regimes and groups.
Oh, what are you talking about?
Who?
I just named them. ISIS, Al Qaeda, Mujahideen, like how
Okay, look, I can't speak for the government of Israel. I can't speak for the government, actually. All I can tell you is this, okay? I can't tell you whether or not, every interest aligns with every other interest of every other country. I can tell you that, in my personal view, Israel was fully justified in doing anything it could do to wipe the Iranian government off the face of the earth because they refused to give on their nuclear ambitions and had a well documented desire to remove Israel from the nuclear. And their membership in the League of Humanity was revoked with the assistance of the United States and conjunction with the United States and Saudi Arabia and all that. And unfortunately, their rubber become now.
Now, again, if you're Iranian, okay? One, considering the U.S. has nuclear weapons and has threatened to destroy it multiple times without real provocation or need. Two, Israel has killed your scientists, bombed your country multiple times without again any real sort of provocation or need. Three, you're getting lectured about being a pariah of terrorism by literally the founders of Wahhabism and who are currently involved in clubbing ISIS, Al Qaeda.
Israel funds ISIS and Al Qaeda. Do you have a link? Can you put it in the chat? Okay, put it in the chat. Thanks, General.
But I wasn't even talking about Israel. I was talking about Saudi Arabia. Saudi Arabia, I think though Israel was guilty of this too.
Israel has funded ISIS and Al Qaeda? Can you put it in the chat? What was that?
So what's happening real quick? If I got the conversation board.
Yeah, I might as well be something furnished because I said all this.
We don't mind. I mean, honestly, if we can the general, I don't get it. It's just so hard to respect that. Like, when not you, when the other guy was talking about that, it's just ridiculous. You should stop interrupting you on defending you. Trying to get him to stop. That's what I'm saying.
Well, I don't like the way General sounds. He sounds like a bullfrog.
That's it. Okay. Seriously, I don't want to stand here having to look
Ah!
come on. If you guys want to beat 5-year-olds, go beat 5-year-olds.
Point is, none of these countries have really given a valid reason as to why Iran should give up its nuclear weapons. More so, they're not exactly in any position of moral strength to criticize Iran on really anything, particularly the Saudis.
They don't have moral strength? Can you put a link in the chat?
Jesus Christ.
Listen, I understand, man, some foreign governments, I'm not, you think I want to be involved in Ukraine? You think I want to go to Iraq, Afghanistan? But I was younger, I believed in that bullshit, I believed that it was justified to go in Iraq, Afghanistan, because I read the news, like Henry earlier, man, listen, it's not something us Americans like, where we definitely like, the Mujahideen, they were funded to beat the Russians, from the Afghan war in the 70s. And when they won, we asked for the weaponry back, and they were like, what are you talking about? And it became a problem later on. We've always had issues with that, where we'll fund somebody, and then we end up having to fight them later on. That's a problem, obviously. But it's not something that we, everyday Americans, condone, or support.
No, I agree. I'm American too. I'm well aware of most.
Yeah. I think Iran is too weak. It's not like I like it or not, but I think they were all bluffing, and Israel has called their bluff. So I don't think Iran will react or do anything, Russia or anything. I think they're afraid because Iran will get destroyed. It's not whether I like it or not. That's the fact of life. You know, if you are weak, you're gonna get your ass handed to you. So yeah, that's how it's gonna be. So yeah.
You still here, Matt? So what you're saying is the Iranians like to play poker, but they decided to fold their hand. Is that what you're saying? That this was Texas Hold'em, and they actually didn't have a royal flush? They only had a straight? Is that what you're saying?
No, moment. Why are you scared?
No, he said that Iran is going to lose.
No, I know.
Yeah, Obama is scared. I'm talking about
These people were supporting Iran, right? And now these people are going against Iran, right? You know, this is called scarcity. But anyway, you guys are scared. You guys are afraid.
Scaredy cats!
Yeah, just throw your mobile phone. Maybe you guys are on target, right? Yeah. Maybe
let me get 1, 2, 3. You guys are not Israelis. You guys are not.
Yeah, bro, it's
from India, right?
You know, it can explode.
No, you guys are from India, right?
Scaredy cats!
Why did you fuck Aisha, man? Why did you fuck Aisha, bro? Like, piss me up on you, man. Piss me up on you. Why did you fuck Aisha, man? Piss me up on you. You're a dirty dancer on camera. Dirty dancer on camera, bro. Why you fucking little girls, bro? Why you fucking little girls? Why you fucking little girls, you motherfucking pedophile? Piss me up on you. 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 Piss me up on you, man. Why you fucking kids? Why you fucking kids, you motherfucking pedophile?
You guys are going to hurt my feelings.
Piss me up on you. Piss me up on you. Piss me up on you. You're not civilized, bro. You're not civilized, man. You're not civilized, bro. You've been fucking 6 years old,
How can I be taking a seriously civilized person? Come on. You're
Iran is kind of like small. You just
motherfucking pedophile, bitch.
You just
Motherfucking pedophile.
you look like you look like
Motherfucking pedophile, bro. Imagine, bro. You're like 6.
Let me answer. You know.
Fuck your answers, bro. Fuck your answers. Fuck your answer. Fuck you. Piss me up on you.
No, you don't have the thickest to listen to. It don't make sense. It don't make sense. Look here. You are from India. It's a shit country. It's a shit country. Let's be honest. It's a kind of like the worst country to live in for women.
The person from Iran is saying, India is a shit country.